been a woman. My life's only been easier as a woman. I don't understand what all these women are crying and bitching about. And to your point about the women not really getting a legacy, I would say that women need to understand that you don't need a legacy like a man. Your legacy is your family, and your family that you raise, and your children. That's the legacy that women need to understand is important. You don't need to have a legacy like a man. Women need to stop trying to become men, because they can't become men, and they're only going to fail at it. And when they try to become men, they become OnlyFans whores, sell their bodies online. And guess what? One day you're going to get old, you're going to get wrinkly, you're going to become like an old miserable hag like Chelsea Handler and be childless, husbandless. You eventually will want a husband. You will. And one day you're not gonna be able to have kids, and you're gonna wish that maybe I didn't spend my whole life trying to be a boss babe, and maybe I should have just, done what society tells me not to do and got married and actually found a man. Like, serve your daddy husband and not your corporate boss. And that's how you'll be happy. That's your legacy.
I'm sorry. Can I say one thing? What would you say to women who can't have babies? They don't.
All right, guys. Welcome to Black Nivisan Media. Here with me, Kwabna Bibini. You can call me DJ Fuad, the public enemy who hates no one. This is on the main 33 Men's Voice podcast segment. And I saw this message and I'm like, let me react to it. Maybe some Ghanaian woman, especially Ghanaian young woman, an African young woman will see this and maybe think about it twice and make a decision. Because once most women are young, if you tell them feminism is here to use them to destroy themselves, they hardly believe it and accept it. They actually will insult you. And I know a lot of people may insult in the comment section on this video. But for me, my job is to tell you. My job is to tell you. If you take it, fine. If you don't, and shout out to Fresh and Fit for giving us this beautiful video. Okay, I've always said several times that the only time a woman say they don't need a man, they don't need a family, they are okay with their career, their job, is when they are young. Okay, that's the only time. And everything that this woman said here in the video, which I'm going to play again, most women come to that conclusion, come to that realization. Majority of them, 90%, almost 98% of women come to this conclusion, this realization. Just that some of them, when they get to that epiphany stage, they keep it to themselves and either being bitter about the world and men and all of that. Some also come out. By that time, it is too late. So let's look at something. I've always said there's nothing wrong with a woman having a job, having your money, having degrees. But because feminism do not respect science, biology, and other sciences, it makes you forget about your biology and your psychology. This video deals a lot with the psychology of men and women. And if you understand the psychology of men and women, or men and female nature, you get to understand that what is legacy for a man is not a legacy for a woman. And 2 days ago, I was saying it on a certain live on TikTok, that money does a total different thing for men and it does total different thing for women. So this woman is talking about the fact that as a woman, you can't have the same legacy as a man. But you can see in the video the way the other sisters were looking at her like, are you crazy? And that's exactly how feminism destroys and lies to women. That the same thing that fulfills a man fulfills a woman is a lie. We are not fulfilled by the same thing. Money is good. Women enjoy money. But most of the times, it gets to a time that they want to enjoy the money from a man's pocket. But what I'm saying is that it shouldn't be any woman that needs to enjoy money from her pocket. They have to deserve it. And this woman was given an advice that instead of competing with men, trying to become like men, those things that you're competing with men with, they do not fulfill you. They fulfill men, they do not fulfill you. And a time is coming, all of you will realize that this money, this bag that you're chasing does not fulfill you. Rather, family, children, a man in your life fulfills you. But unfortunately, by the time a lot of women get to this conclusion, this realization, it becomes too late. It becomes too late. And every day when I'm talking about the negative effect of feminism, my minds go to young girls. I have 4 sisters. So my mind go to younger women. Because once you are young, from 18, thereabout, going to your 25, 26, 27, thereabout, you will not believe whatever this woman said in the video. Okay? You think that people just hate you, people don't want you to live your life. And it is when a lot of women have listened to feminism and they chase the money, they chase the bag and all of that, and then at that point, a time comes, epiphany moment comes, an aha moment comes, and those money do not fulfill you. Those names and fame do not fulfill you, status do not fulfill you. And you realize that I need a child, I need a husband, I need a family. And then it becomes too late. And what makes it sad is that most of these women, the money they have, the fame they have, but a man that they will love, that will come into their life to form a family, to have children, becomes difficult. And I say, it is the most saddest situation that a woman can find themselves in. And this goes a long way to prove that men and women are not the same. We are not the same. The same thing that makes you a woman tick doesn't make me tick as a man. And feminism told women that we are the same. And as a matter of fact, we need to be the same. And men need to allow for women to become like them. So they lie. The point at which they lie to young women who come to suffer in their old age is that when men have money, they get women they want in their life. So go get the money and then forget about men. After getting the men, you get the money. After getting the money, you get the man you want in your life. And it doesn't happen that way. And I have promised that it's going to be a pandemic in Ghana, and it has already started, but it's not at the pandemic level. It is now at the rumor level, where young women or women in their 30s, thereabout 30s upwards, are now crying, worrying pastors, asking pastors to pray for them to find husbands. When you go to church and they make an altar call for women who want husbands, go and see. They go in their drones. But the sad thing is that these same women will come and stand on social media, in the traditional media, and be making noise. I'm single by choice. Most of you are not single by choice. You are single because the men you want are not coming. Those that are coming are married and you don't want them. You don't want them. And most of you are living a miserable life. Must say. Most of you are living miserable lives. Some of us are here, we are saying it as we have seen it. If you accept it, it will help you to save you from a lot of crying when you are old. And 2 days ago, I was saying in one live that, look, even the corporate institutions that give you hope that once you are working, you're going to make money, and after you make enough money, you get a man. These companies, some of the occupations and professions, as your age and your beauty is fading, they don't want you. Okay? And feminism lies to women, young women that, yes, chase the bag and all of that, and when you're ready and you have money, you get a husband. And when they have the money and the husband is not coming, they cry. I've said once again that this life we share ourselves to each other. That's what this life is all about. We share ourselves to each other. We share ourselves to each other. So most of the times, the ones that you shared your most valuable time on the dating market with are the ones that most of the time spend their older age with you. So, and when some of you have spent your younger age with your career and having casual relationships, and then when you are ready and you are not getting the men you want, you complain. No. You can't eat your cake and have it. You gave your most beautiful self to people who would not want to spend eternity with you. How do you expect that when your beauty has faded, you want the men that were looking for you when you were younger and you didn't pay attention? It doesn't happen that way. And I always say, women get chased by men when they are younger and see male attention dwindling from them when they are older. Men do not get female attention when we are younger. And when we are getting older and we're able to build ourselves, that's where we get female attention. And most of you, once again, there's nothing wrong with you as a woman making money. There's nothing wrong with you as a woman having degrees and education. There's nothing wrong with you having careers. But don't, once again, don't sacrifice your family life over a career. And if any of my sisters ask me, I'll tell you, look, you have no limit to the level of education that you want to go to, but you have a biological clock to deal with. So, after you've done your junior high school, tertiary, I would advise you find the man you want. I'm not saying just go get a man at desperation. And when do women choose men out of desperation? When they are older. And so sometimes I don't understand the kind of mindset, logic some women used to listen to some of us. But we are giving you the science, the scientific background as to when you can get a man you want. I'm not forcing you to go for a man you don't want. I'm telling you to go for the man you want. And that man, there's a time in your life that you get them easier. That you don't have to be desperate. That is when you are younger. And some of you think that some of us want you to get a man when you don't want. No. So if you're a sister and you come across this video, watch it and listen to the message in it carefully. Let me play the voice again from our sister.
Been a woman, my life's only been easier as a woman. I don't understand what all these women are crying and bitching about. And to your point about the women not really getting a legacy, I would say that women need to understand that you don't need a legacy like a man. Your legacy is your family, and your family that you raise, and your children. That's the legacy that.
This is gold. This is pure gold. You don't need a legacy like a man. And a lot of women will insult her and even insult me, who is just repeating what she said. Why can't I have? Yes, please. Feminism does not believe in science. It's not based on science. It's one of the ideologies around the world that is so scienceless. And they do that deliberately just to confuse you about your psychology, how achievement behave from men to women, certain achievement. Okay, so this sister is not lying.
Need to understand is important. You don't need to have a legacy like a man. Women need to stop trying to become men, because they can't become men and they're only going to fail at it. And when they try to become men, they become OnlyFans whores, sell their bodies online. And guess what? One day you're going to get old, you're going to get wrinkly, you're going to become like an old miserable hag like Chelsea Handler and be childless, husbandless. You eventually will want a husband. You will. And one day you're not gonna be able to have kids, and you're gonna wish that maybe I didn't spend my whole life trying to be a boss babe, and maybe I should have just, done what society tells me not to do and got married and actually found a man. Like, serve your daddy husband, not your corporate boss. And that's how you'll be happy. That's your legacy.
I'm sorry. Can I say one thing? What would you say to women who can't have babies?
You see, when somebody has given this clear message, they quickly jump to the extreme. What would you say to women who cannot have a baby? Yes, I know women who don't have children of their own, but they have supportive and understanding husbands. And you might not know they don't even have children. I always say that relationship is not so important when we are youthful and we can go and come and be alone and work all alone. The importance of relationship comes in when we are getting older and we need people to be around. And once again, if you don't spend your youthful time with some people, don't expect them to spend their old age time with you. It's as simple as that. And for a woman, as you age, it becomes difficult for the men you want to want in you. So, if I were you, I would listen to this and listen carefully and take it serious. Because a man's achievement, a man's success, a man's legacy is not the same as a woman's legacy. A word to a wise is enough.